All right, there we go. Hey parents, this is Gray Matthews with Empowered STEM. All right, just thought I'd pop into the channel, whichever platform we're watching this one on. I think it's being live streamed to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, whatever. All right. Hello, everybody. All right. As you know, I'm Gray Matthews and I run Empowered STEM. And Empowered STEM is it's a company that provides A-level chemistry revision courses for those students that want to earn A star in A-level chemistry so that they can attend the medical, dental, and veterinary programs of their choice at the chosen university in the UK. So look, I just wanted to pop into the live stream tonight. And I want to talk about something. Now, on this one, I do have notes and everything else because this is going to be a deep dive on this one. I want to talk about confidence in chemistry, overcoming the fear factor. All right, so here we go on this one. I've been teaching chemistry a while, as you know. I've been teaching chemistry a while, and now I run Empowered STEM. And in my teaching career, I've heard a lot of fears and misconceptions about chemistry, A-level chemistry or just chemistry in general. And I think one of the biggest fears I've heard is chemistry is difficult. You just got to be smart to do chemistry. No, you don't. We talked about this one a couple of weeks back. Okay, I said you don't need to be smart to do A-level chemistry. You just need to follow the proven pathway. Okay, because if your child is signed up for A-level chemistry, parents, because they want to be a doctor, a dentist, a veterinarian, then they've got the mindset that they need in order to be able to handle A-level chemistry. So they're not going to find it hard. They're not going to find it difficult. They're going to find it challenging. Okay. The other misconception that I've heard in my teaching career is this one. All you got to do is just memorize the mark schemes. No. This is not true at all, right? You don't memorize mark schemes in Empowered STEM. We don't teach to memorize mark schemes. It's simple. All the examiner has to do is change up the question slightly, and your child's not going to get the mark that they want in A-level chemistry. All right. So having said that, then here we go with some common fears and common misconceptions that your child may have about A-level chemistry. And look, if any of these resonate with you, parents, all you got to do is leave a comment in the comment box below, whichever platform you're watching this on, or send us a DM on Facebook. Send us a message on Facebook, all right? Let us know. Because number one is students think that there's this overwhelming amount of content that they need to learn, understand, get through in order to earn the A star. And in fact, I said I brought notes with me. It's like just on the inorganic. They go, well, hold on a minute, Graham. I mean, hear me out. Group 2, period 3, elements and oxides. Group 7, transition metals, substitution reactions, shapes of complex ions, formation of colored ions, variable oxidation states, catalysts, reactions of ions in aqueous media. Is that not a lot of stuff that I need to know? This is just the inorganic component of A-level chemistry. Is that not something that a lot of stuff that I need to know? Well, it is, but it's not an overwhelming amount of stuff that you need to know. If you follow the proven pathway, the Empowered STEM, we teach our students. Okay. The second misconception is, well, you know what? For A-level chemistry, Graham, I know you said that, A-level chemistry is not difficult, it's just challenging. But really, I mean, you've got to be smart, don't you? I mean, you've got to be like that Sheldon Cooper guy off the Big Bang Theory to get A-level chemistry, to get the A star, don't you? No, you don't. All right, because like I said, you've been pre-selected for A-level chemistry. So you know you can do it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have signed up for it in the first place. I mean, you wouldn't have chosen to be a doctor unless you had like the prerequisite skill sets to handle A-level chemistry. So it isn't the fact that you need to be this innate genius like Sheldon Cooper, you know, from the Big Bang Theory. Rather, is that you can get the A star in A-level chemistry if you follow a learned skill set. Like, for example, titration reactions. All right, let's if you do titration reactions with electrochemistry, like take the two concepts, combine them together, titration reactions, electrochemistry, sounds a little bit challenging, yes. But on the other hand, if you learned a template, if you understood the template that you need to follow, the steps that you need to follow to answer that type of question, you don't need to be this innate genius. You just need to be able to figure out a template that you can follow to answer that type of question. Once you've got it, once you've done it a couple of times, just like riding a bike, all right? So that misconception is not true. The other one is the only way, Graham, that you can be successful in A-level chemistry, get that A star, is, well, if you memorize the mark scheme. Oh, no, no. We're not doing that, parents, at all. We don't recommend this at all at EmPowered STEM with any of our courses because we know it doesn't work. Because like I said, you know, all the examiner has to do is just change up the question slightly and your child's going to lose the marks, number one. Number two, it's impossible to memorize all the mark schemes out there. All right, to always change the mark schemes once every 5 years. And this year especially, they've now moved on to application-based questions, you know, so your child has to be able to take the concept and then apply it to a novel situation that they see in the exam. All right, so they're kind of like doing away with that memorization bit. Now, got to clarify, yes, there is a place for memorization. Like, for example, memorizing trends in the electronegativity trends of the periodic table or atomic radius, or how to follow the steps to solve a titration reaction. Yeah, a useful use of memorization, right? And memorization is one of the foundational skills of education, but it's not something which you rely on in order to get the A star, right? So yeah, if you wanted to memorize the Element song, well, then by all means do so. We don't recommend that either, but you know, you could. All right, so you say, well, yeah, okay, so there's all these fears and misconceptions that they're not really true, you know, got that bit. But Graham, you know, I mean, do you have any success stories of students that actually used your blueprint, used your proven pathway, and have overcome difficulties? Well, yeah, you know, I mean, we talk about the students all the time, and of course, like the real famous ones like Fatima and Rowan and Ishan and Suthri. You know, I mean, it goes on. But when I first started working with Rowan, oh, she didn't like A-level chemistry. No, it was not it. She didn't like A-level chemistry. She didn't like inorganic chemistry at all. All right. In fact, when we started, there was a mind shift that Rowan had to undertake. Okay, but she started out with this fear of chemistry because she thought, oh, she thought, number one, I'm going to fail it. Number two, it's difficult. Number three, I don't understand it. And number four, I don't want to do it. No, it's all these fears that she built up in her mind about A-level chemistry being difficult. And, you know, yeah, in year 13, it does get a little challenging, not difficult, a little challenging. All right. But Rowan shifted her mindset. And because she shifted her perspective, then she was able to excel in A-level chemistry. She got an A star on it, like I said. And She graduated the University of Liverpool, degree in psychology. Now she is a practicing psychologist. Okay. But I think the mindset is important because it says Zig Ziglar said, I love these motivational speakers. It's like Zig Ziglar said, your attitude determines your altitude. You go, oh, yeah, go on, Graham. How are you going to get the great American motivational speaker and A-level chemistry into one bit? Well, this is it. Look, your mindset towards A-level chemistry is really important. All right. And so, yes, you do have to have the right attitude going in, but you have to have the right attitude going in and understand that you've got, and this comes from a coaching aspect, you've got the resources that you need inside you right now to be able to handle A-level chemistry and get the A star. All right. Because like I said, otherwise you wouldn't have signed up for it. All right. So for example, Fatima, who got an A star in A-level chemistry during the COVID pandemic, is now at UEA, studying medicine, well on her way to being a cardiothoracic surgeon. Yeah, when we first started, proton NMR and carbon-13 NMR, NMR spectroscopy, like the last thing you do at the end of year 13. Oh, man, that was not easy going. Fatima didn't get it. First time around, she didn't get it. Second time around, didn't get it. I didn't get it, Graham. I don't get it. What they're talking about. The concept is so abstract. Like, what are you doing? Okay. But what we did is that, yeah, we put the time and the effort in, because you have to have guesswork, hard work, and proven framework. She was willing to follow the plan, the blueprint for the proven framework, okay? But she's also willing to update her mindset because what she had was, and I'll talk about this in a bit, is like a growth mindset, meaning she's like, yeah, well, I can't get it yet, but I will. I'll get it. I'm not giving up. I am going to the UEA and I'm going to be a cardiothoracic surgeon and I have to get through A-level chemistry. And she did. But you know what? It wasn't easy for her. And so I want to point that out. All these students that I mentioned, I'm not saying that, yeah, they go right through A-level chemistry. They find it so easy. It's like a walk in the park. No, there's ups and downs. It's a roller coaster of emotions. But one thing that all the students have, and this is part of all the courses that we offer at EmPowered STEM, is this bit, is they did have this, they have this like a supportive learning environment. They're all in a bubble. And so you take 6 students in a bubble with the tutor, and they float along towards the A and the A star in 16 weeks. Okay? Is what they do. And the reason why we put them in a bubble of like-minded students is that the habits and the strategies and the knowledge, it all begins to like rub off on each other, and so if they don't get something, maybe somebody else in the group that will help them out. They'll look around, well, this person does this. It's a really good strategy to study, to revise, for example, so I'm going to do it as well and get a similar result. Yes. And so it also works with the mindset, because you know what, when it comes to you don't get it and you're feeling a bit down, well, there's always somebody there inside the bubble to go pick you up and to keep you going. All right. But like I said, A-level chemistry is this roller coaster of emotions. And so what you've got to do is you've got to ride the wave, the ups and the downs. I mean, so, if your child does something great, like they get like the homework question set correct, or they get the homework question set correct, or they do well on a test or well on an exam, or they hit the metric this week for like the number of hours they got to study, like the number of past papers they got to complete. Well, then celebrate the wins with them, parents. Celebrate the wins, because it then puts into perspective. It's like they know, yes, I can do the wins. I can do A-level chemistry. I got it. And then if they don't get something, like they missed the mark, like the number of hours they're supposed to study in the week, or never passed papers. They didn't do well on a test or a lab report, whatever, right? Well, then you're thinking, that's okay, because then they can take that as a teachable moment and go, well, it's not the end of the world, because it isn't. I can turn that around, because you can. And, they can build up the mental resilience that they need in order to be successful. Right? So what I'm saying is this, is that the students, they have to celebrate the wins so they can weather the losses. All right. Now, it's kind of like, when they get something in A-level chemistry, like, it's like electrochemistry or some aspect of like inorganic chemistry, they go, yeah, got it. Brilliant. Then celebrate it with them, all right? Keep them going. Now, a question I'm always asked, well, yeah, Graham, did you find A-level chemistry challenging when you took it? Chemistry challenging? Well, it's been 40 years since I was in school, Yeah, I did. I found it challenging. Didn't find it difficult. Like I said previously in a previous live stream, I didn't find it difficult. I found it challenging. I didn't find it difficult because my mind was wired towards like science and maths, and I just got it. I found it challenging because of the content and the workload and the amount of stuff that you had to understand and get through. All right. And I can recall electrochemistry when I first studied it. I had no idea what the teacher was talking about. I'm going, what? And I looked at it and said, what is this? I don't get it. But I didn't give up. No. Because I knew one of my beliefs that I have is I have the resources in me right now to go solve any challenge. Right? We all do. And so I looked at it as a challenge, and I can recall staying behind and seeing the teacher and reading a different textbook and asking for help. Yeah, this was before internet. This was pre-internet, people. So you couldn't like Google it. You couldn't like watch a YouTube video. All right. You couldn't be on a Skype call with somebody, like a Zoom call. No, what you had to do was like work it out. But I worked it out. I stuck with it. It wasn't easy. No. Challenging. Yes. In the end, got it. All right. So, I just wanted to put that in there because, it is a case of, I don't want you to think that, I found chemistry a walk in the park. No, I had my ups and my downs, like the roller coaster, just like all the other students did. All right. But one thing I had was the right mindset. Like I mentioned Zig Ziglar at the beginning of this live stream, right? Yeah. Your attitude determines your altitude, how far you go in life. All right. So with A-level chemistry, if you've got the right attitude and the right mindset, your child, then they'll get the A and the A star. All right. So one thing I think is important, and I don't, this phrase has been, it's been so overused by teachers that in the end, it makes me feel sick just thinking about it. But you got like the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. It comes from Carol Dweck in like the 2000s, okay? But it's true, all right? If your child has the fixed mindset, like, oh, I can't do it, chemistry's hard. Well, then they're not going to do it. And so if they have the mindset, a fixed mindset, like I can't do A-level chemistry because it's hard, it's difficult, I don't get it, then they're not going to do A-level chemistry. And this is called a fixed mindset. Now, on the other hand, if you can help your child change their mindset slightly to being, I can't do A-level chemistry yet, put the word yet at the end of it. I can't do A-level chemistry yet, but you know what? I'm going to keep working at it. I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to work at it. I'm going to work at A-level chemistry. I'm going to put the time in. I'm going to put in the blood, sweat, and the tears. I'm going to put in the grit and the graft. I'll get there in the end. This is a growth mindset. Then you will. Your child will be successful with A-level chemistry. All right. Now, caveat, parents, is please don't, use this as some kind of like psychological baseball bat. Like, oh, well, you must have a fixed mindset because your child will turn on really, really quickly. Right? Be like more like, right, how can I help you with A-level chemistry? You can't get it yet. Keep going. All right, can we break it, like the concept down a little bit? How can I support you? Everything else, all right? So, this is the fixed versus the growth mindset. And at EmPowered STEM, what we call it is the medical mindset. All right. We coined the phrase the medical mindset because the medical mindset is one that we think encapsulates what your child wants to do. Because at the end of the day, it's not A-level chemistry. Really? No, it's not. I mean, it's not A-level chemistry. What it is that it's the mindset, like it's the mental resilience, it's the academic rigor, it's the ability to take concepts of mathematical and reading together and become this person that can synthesize everything like that. And we call it like the medical mindset because, for example, if your child becomes an A&E doctor, all right, let's say that they're doing construction outside. Somebody comes in and they fall off because they've fallen off a scaffolding. All right. Well, then what your child needs to do is that they do need to, well, they need to be able to think on their feet. Okay. So, having said that, error message. All right, then. So, having said that, parents, okay, what we do recommend then is, what we do teach at EmPowered STEM is something called the medical mindset, and it's part of our unique learning method. All right. So the medical mindset, then, what it really is just helping your child change their belief and changing their mindset around A-level chemistry and their capabilities to be successful. All right. So having said this, now look, you go, okay. And this is what most parents, say to us, like, Graham, I really like the holistic approach that you use to helping my child with A-level chemistry. I mean, for example, you come in and you figure out what they know, what they don't know about, physical, inorganic, organic, and practicals. You teach them the concepts, they understand it, and they link everything together, synoptic links. You help them with their revision strategies and their exam techniques. They like lock everything into place and they get everything, all the marks they should get. All right. On the test. And of course, you work with the mindset. We kind of like that. Well, yeah, look, parents, if your child is in year 12, your child is in year 13, and you're thinking, I like Graham's holistic approach to A-level chemistry, securing that A star. Well, then, whatever you are watching this live stream, was it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, all right, reach out to us. And it's really easy to do. I mean, whatever the video is being streamed, okay, leave a comment below, message me on the platform, hop over to Facebook, send me a message. All right, a member of my team will reach out to you. And quite easily, look, we'll walk you through, you, your spouse, and your child on the call together. Look, we'll walk you through the plan that we have in place. So we'll take your child from where they are in the mark book or their level of understanding, right, where they are in the mark book, the predicted grade to their aspirational grade, up to an A or an A star in A-level chemistry in less than 16 weeks. Okay, because at the end of the day, as a parent, what you want is that you want your child to earn the A star so that they can go on to the medical, dental, and veterinary programs at the chosen university in the UK. All right. So look, on this live stream tonight, it was kind of a deep dive, but the point of the live stream was this: is that yes, we do want, there's fears and there's misconceptions about chemistry. All right. And that is that you've got to be innately smart. No, you don't. It's got to be able to handle this overwhelming amount of content? No, you don't. Or you just go about to memorize all the mark schemes? No, you don't. So these are the top 3 fears and misconceptions that I've seen. All right. And yeah, hopefully what I did is I showed you, like, the students we work with, they're just like normal students. They're just like your son, your daughter. All right. And yeah, they all went through the roller coaster of emotions. They all had these fears. They all had these misconceptions, but we work with them using our blueprint. All right. And our proven framework, and we help them change their mindset. I think tonight is really important. Help them change their mindset into the growth mindset. And if you take the growth mindset and you put with it a deep understanding of all the concepts of A-level chemistry and the techniques that you need to be able to study, to be able to revise, to the exam techniques, well, then your child's going to quickly move up to the A star that they need in A-level chemistry. All right. So anyway, hope this one was helpful for you. All right. Everybody take care, and I will see you on the next one.